Hey, before you think about specs or connectivity, ask yourself this one thing: when was the last time your TV actually sounded like sound? That quiet awareness of missing depth, that's exactly where the SR-B30A steps in. This is for the kind of person who notices the small things that matter: voices that don't pop out of a scene, music that feels flat, effects that feel boxed in instead of around you. You're not chasing loudness, you just want sound that feels right. Take a moment and check the current price and stock. Soundbars with built-in subs and real Dolby Atmos don't always linger quietly, and hesitation tends to turn into regret later on. You know the moment I'm talking about. You were watching a show, the visuals were great, but the sound didn't match. Dialogue faded on you at the wrong time. Bass felt polite instead of present. That little disconnect? That's the exact moment you realized your speakers weren't cutting it anymore. The first time you power this on, you don't just hear louder audio, you feel cohesion. Dialogue stays anchored to the screen. Music gets warmth it never had before. Explosions and effects spread wider, but nothing ever sounds messy. The room doesn't shake, it breathes. Weeknight dramas suddenly have texture. Sports feel richer without cranking the volume. Even casual streams sound more detailed, more intentional. You stop adjusting the remote and start living with the sound. And here's the real deal: the performance doesn't try too hard. It doesn't drum up bass just for show. It balances. That's what makes everyday listening feel effortless instead of exhausting. Once you feel that kind of control, ordinary audio feels flat. Before you move on, check availability again. Waiting for a price drop or better stock usually just means you settle, and you already know how frustrating that feels. If you're hesitating because it's a single unit with built-in subs, that doubt melts away fast. The strength here isn't brute force, it's purposeful sound. Bass is supportive, not chaotic. Clarity stays front and center. You realize pretty quickly that cohesion beats chaos every time. The unexpected benefit? You start noticing detail you didn't even realize was missing. Quiet voices sound confident. Background music has texture. The whole soundstage feels less like audio happening in front and more like sound happening around you. Only this feels intentional. Your TV finally sounds like the picture looks. And every time you consider a cheaper, slimmer option, you remember those thin mids and hollow highs you left behind. Sound feels wider and deeper, dialogue stays anchored, and natural balanced presence without clutter. Room finally sounds purposeful, not designed for room shaking. Bass won't replace full surround rigs eventually. You stop cycling through specs and start trusting what your experience already tells you. At some point, you choose the upgrade you already knew would make a difference. Don't let this become one of the upgrades you delay and regret later. If it's in stock and the price feels right, go for it. Once this is in your living room, you'll hear the difference every time you press play.